Hello, fellow vibrational beings. If you're listening to this, you're probably hurting, missing a narcissist or a sociopath or somebody along those lines. Might be up in the middle of the night, tossing and turning, unable to sleep. And that's why we always find each other. Everything is vibrational in this reality, right? So if you're feeling misery right now, you'll be drawn to this because my heart has been aching over the loss of my 27-year relationship with a narcissist. And I'm getting by, and I thought I would share a couple things because I've been gone about 9 months. I just thought I would just share a couple things that have helped get me through this god-awful withdrawal from him that is just a nightmare. And it seems like the heartache and the pain at never end of the things that have been done to me. But I just want to share with you a couple things that helped. And actually, ironically enough, my soon-to-be ex-husband, the narcissist, actually helped in the past. Something he said to me in the past, I've been using to help get me through this time where I'm healing and trying to find myself again and put myself back together. And when he was leaving the state we lived in and leaving me and the kids a long time ago to move south, it was terrible for all four of us. We were just always together. It was a horrible moment, and we all cried really hard. And I thought I was going to die because I was like inseparable with him, and I just didn't want him to go. I didn't want to be away from him for a month until we could move down with him. But he had to. Well, yeah, he had to. And I remember he was getting ready to pull out, and I was just crying so hard, and so were the kids, and we just all hugged. And he looked at me and said, "The days will drag, but the weeks and months will fly." And when the pain of being alone and everything really sets in, I go back to that moment because not only was it a moment where we were all like loving each other and being nice to each other, and he seemed to have a heart. It just that really taught me a lot. I've gotten through a lot of things in my life repeating those words because it's true. As the days drag and you're in misery and everything, but the weeks and months will fly. And it can't rain all the time, right? And it can't stay dark all the time either, right? So there's a light at the end of the tunnel for those of us trying to get through it. I know it's terrible because I've never liked to be separated from him. He made it that way. I think he knew that and kind of liked it too. I guess he kind of thought it, I don't know. I guess it gave him some kind of gratification knowing somebody was suffering over him. But I've been gone 9 months, and it is getting a lot easier. The first week I was gone, I thought I was going to die, twist in pain. My God, you will just twist and cry in pain, and it hurts so bad. And you get this burning sensation in the middle of your chest, like this heartache that just, it's excruciating, and nothing makes it stop. You would do anything to get that little fix, right? A text from them or email, but it never ends well. And so as time goes on, it heals all wounds, and there'll be light again, and we'll be happy again. And along the way, we'll learn to grow and love ourselves. So it'll be worth it. But this feeling that I felt of needing to be constantly with him and never wanting to be apart, it was just ravenous. And he would punish me with that. And I'm saying this because I have another tip too. And it was something that actually my mother-in-law said to me, because when we were starting to fight in horrendous ways, I would call her years ago and cry, oh my God. And she'd talk to me for hours, and I knew that, she was just the one person that would listen and stay on the phone and just help me get through the pain. And it would be like, because he had been either mean to me and then don't speak to me for a couple of days, and I just yearned for like his empathy and a hug and an I'm sorry, and I didn't ever get it. And so I really just did. I would go into complete panic mode, like I couldn't breathe. I'd be crying so hard because couldn't go lay down in bed with him. I'd have to be in another room, or he'd leave, and I just couldn't handle it. And I said that to my mother-in-law one day, that I just go through this torture when he does this to me, when he punishes me with silence and neglect and withholding affection and won't come near me or leaves. And she said, "You're not going to die without him." I mean, she says, literally, think about it. You're not going to die. You're not going to. It's just not going to happen. So, and it kind of stuck in the back of my mind. This is like 13 years, 12 years later. And it has gotten me through some really terrible times, knowing that time is going to pass by so quick, and though each day when you're sitting in your aloneness and you're sitting in your pain and your heartache, you think you're never going to get to the tomorrow, but tomorrow always comes, and it's like before you know it, the days drag, but the weeks and months will fly. And I think it's pretty cool that the person who abused me worse than anybody I've ever known passed that along to me. But with his mother telling me that, about, like, it really clicked in my head, like, no, I'm not going to die physically. That's not going to happen. That's not a fact. Even if I have a panic attack, the chemical symptoms in the body will wind down, because you can only sustain that level of chemical activity. I hope I'm explaining it right, but not really, probably. Your body can't withstand that, it can't go that long. So a panic attack will only last so long, and then it's going to pass, and then you're going to come down from it. So, yeah, I've gotten myself through a lot of nights remembering that I'm not going to die without him. I'm going to feel like I might for a little bit, but, I'll get tired and eventually fall asleep, and then it'll be another day, and then another day. I think that I told him recently, one of the best things about being his wife or one of his kids was we know how to wait out punishment like nobody's business. And so that I think that's really a matter of it. Just remind yourself that no matter how much you're twisting and turning and just you feel like you've been gutted, you feel like you just got stomped on, and just remind yourself that you're not going to die without the contact or communication from that person. You are going to live, and it might feel uncomfortable, but you're not going to die. You just got to wait it out like a little panic attack, wait it out like a flu that makes you feel like you're going to die, wait it out, and it's going to pass, and this too shall pass, and it will, and we're going to be feeling better, because we no longer have a abusive narcissist in our life, and we've taken back our power, and we can feel happy without them, right? And we'll learn that along the way. And so remember, when you're hurting, it's going to pass, and this too shall pass. Say that to yourself, and you're not going to die physically, you're not going to die. I mean, you just feel uncomfortable, like when you have the flu, and that's always going to go away. It's always going to pass. And time heals all wounds. So the more time goes by, the easier it's going to get. It might take a while to heal. There's been a lot of damage done. The damage didn't get put onto you overnight. You can't expect it to be gone overnight either. So wait, relax, and this too shall pass. The days will drag, but the weeks and months will fly, and that's just all the closer you are to being completely healed as a person, and spread your wings and fly like a butterfly that you were meant to. Love and light, my fellow vibrational beings.